I sleep when you can play Dom, Team Death, the free-for-all, CTF and Sabotage. Man, I play them all from search up to headquarters, down the list of demolition. Objectively speaking, to win is my only mission. If I sin, it's not by omission of offering my...
Hey there, YouTubers, I'm HARDCOREgmr4lyf. Welcome to episode 1 of my new series, Symphony of CODstruction, where I proceed a normal gameplay commentary with a clip and a short piece of original music. Hopefully you enjoyed that opening clip. It was me getting my Perfectionist Challenge in my 10th Prestige of Modern Warfare 2, and I actually remember the very first time that I got my Perfectionist Challenge in Modern Warfare 2, and I hadn't even been aware of the challenge. I just thought it was the most awesome thing ever. I believe I was using the WA2000 on Invasion, and man, got that Perfectionist Challenge. I was like, fired an entire sniper clip into your enemies without missing. I'm like, damn, that's badass. It's, I always thought that was cool when they instituted those sort of things. You know, people say COD has gotten a bit too complicated lately, or too much to it, and too much that caters to players that perhaps are of lesser skill, shall we say. But I think that we as a community, when we're talking about Call of Duty, tend to overlook the positive things they've done with this game throughout the years and the positive changes they've made. Like, for example, weapon proficiencies. I love weapon proficiencies in Modern Warfare 3. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Modern Warfare 3 is perfect. Far from it. I recognize this. But I think that if Infinity Ward actually managed to fix the spawns and basically either made it good or just altogether did away with the lag compensation, people would be singing a lot different tune about this game right now. That's really the two major issues I've noticed that people tend to really complain about when they're ranting about Modern Warfare 3. And, you know, compared to the laundry list of issues in Modern Warfare 2, and I'm not saying they're the only issues, there's other glitches and stuff, but they've been pretty well about getting on those and that sort of thing. But, you know, the laundry list of complaints with this game, Modern Warfare 2, that basically still remain unresolved to this day, is much longer than the list of complaints with Modern Warfare 3. I think also part of it, people are getting disillusioned with COD. People want something different, and I'm not 100% not with that. You know, but at the same time, I'm still really enjoying COD. I'm kind of like, you know, like Woody's gamertag says, like he feels like he's on this little island where, you know, he's the only one he sees around him enjoying this game. Well, Woody, I'm right there on that island with you, buddy. You know, and I know there's a few other commentators I've heard recently that also are right there with you, but the majority are, you know, not enjoying this game. And I think really more of it than anything is just Call of Duty is kind of getting old. You know, the scene's been around for a few years, and people just want something different. They're not changing it enough, and honestly, you know, people probably wouldn't be happy with changes to Call of Duty unless they basically changed it to where it wasn't Call of Duty anymore at this point. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. People just want something different. But if you'll forgive me for my massive tangent, I believe I was actually talking about weapon proficiencies in Modern Warfare 3. I mean, look at them. You know, you got ones like kick and range. There's never been a perk in the game to do things like this in Call of Duty before, and they're really both handy to have, really great things to be in the game. You got attachments. How many of you would have used bling a lot more if you didn't have to give up your first perk slot for it in Modern Warfare 2? Or Warlord is the second perk in Black Ops for that matter. Then you got stability again, There's never been a perk to do this in a Call of Duty game. You got focus and impact, giving you the benefits of hardened pro and hardened respectively. Speed, giving you the benefit of lightweight. Breath, that's basically a useless one. I'm not going to lie. Melee, lightweight pro. Then you got your damage, which is basically putting stopping power in without having to give up a perk. But, honestly, I'd be against this normally, but you honestly do need it for the shotguns. They're really kind of crap without it, in my opinion. So, if they're going to nerf the shotguns as much as they did, at least let you work up to damage, get up to level 28, and then your shotgun's actually useful. Excepting the striker, obviously, it's still good whether you have it up to damage or not. But by and large, all these are really good, and I really feel they add an extra layer of complexity to class creation. Speaking of which, how cool is it to be able to set a different kill streak loadout for every class? I just love that option, and I honestly would not want to go back to not having it. While I'm on the subject, let's talk about another area where I feel like Call of Duty has made big strides forward in Modern Warfare 3, and that's the kill streaks themselves, or in this case, now they're called strike packages. And I just love how the strike package tiers are set up. And I know some people will definitely disagree with me when it concerns the support package. And believe me guys, I feel your pain of being fragged by a stealth bomber 2 off of your Moab, okay? It's happened to me before. And maybe they should have shoved this over to the assault tier and made it like a 10-point streak. But with the arguable exception of the EMP, I think the rest of the support package is actually really balanced in my opinion. But you got to admit though, assault streaks are still awesome, even though a few of them have been toned down, mostly due to spawn protection. And you cannot deny that the Specialist Strike package is a huge hit with the community. Not to mention, they launched Modern Warfare 3 with 2 new game modes, both of which were very well received by the community, and have continued to create new game modes which are also being very well received by the community. So, there are some things that Infinity Ward has been doing right here, and I think that while we as a community have some very valid gripes with this game, namely lag compensation and spawns, overall, we just tend to forget the actual good things that they've brought to this series. So I just wanted to do a commentary and talk about this because I really don't hear anyone else doing it. And, I just think we need to give some time to Infinity Ward. Yes, they've already had some time, but guess what? They have been actively working on fixes. Yes, those fixes have not worked ideally as yet. However, they've been continually putting new patches, new hot fixes in, and I feel as long as they stay persistent, they're eventually going to get it right, either fix lag compensation or do away with it and fix the spawns, which you guys know, if those 2 major issues were taken care of, MW3 would be a lot more enjoyable for basically everybody because that's pretty much the great majority of things, plus the hit detection, I guess, that I hear people bitching about in this game. Which I think hit detection honestly has more possibly to do with lag compensation than anything else. But, to those of you guys who say they're dumbing down the game, making it easier and more accessible, I can't really disagree with that, but at the same time, sorry guys, but it's a necessity. Let's look at the realities of the situation. This is a business. They're trying to sell as many copies as possible, and basically that means they need to make it accessible to a mass market. It's unfortunate that, as hardcore gamers, the games that we enjoy can't stay as hardcore forever, but that's just the nature of the business, guys. Sorry to say. So whether this commentary pissed you off or you wholeheartedly agree, I'd like to thank you guys for listening to the end. As always, this has been Hardcore Gamer for Life. Thank you so much for viewing. Please rate, comment, and subscribe if you liked what you saw. Have a great day, guys.
Keep it on the dial where you know that it's hot, cause you know that on my channel I upload a lot of videos of all different types of varieties, gameplays, mini tashes, live comms, even some comedy bits. Ain't no playlist titled greatest hits, not yet, but you can bet.